You know that moment when you're packing lunchboxes, answering school emails, mentally juggling work deadlines, and your coffee is still sitting on the counter? Well, for some of us, back to school season feels like you're finally moving from the summer chaos to the school year calm. And for others, it's a complete opposite. Summer may have felt breezy and easy, and now that September's here, it's full blown chaos mode. Either way, the shifts can feel like a lot. So today we're talking about how to ground ourselves during this transition and step into a new season with more calm, ease, and intention. You're listening to the Free to Be Mindful podcast, where busy moms get practical tips and real talk conversations to find calm, joy, and a little more breathing room in everyday life. I'm Vanessa, licensed therapist, mom coach, and a mom to a tween and toddler. Each week, we get honest about motherhood and mindset, helping you live with more presence, less pressure, without losing your, well, here we go. Hello and welcome to season 7, episode 277 of the Free to Be Mindful podcast. I hope that you're feeling good, looking good, and doing better in this world than you were yesterday. If you're new here, this podcast is where we talk about mindful living, mental health, and personal growth. In short, bite-sized episodes designed to fit in to your very busy day. Episodes are released every Monday and alternate between solo reflections like this one and conversations with amazing guests from all different backgrounds. This season, season 7, we're diving even deeper. Our guests are bringing fresh perspectives, stories, tips, and insights that I know you're going to love. And of course, at the end of every single episode, we're ending with a short guided meditation to help you pause, breathe, and carry a little more calm into your week. And I'm so excited to kick off this new season with you. So, you may have noticed that this podcast doesn't run year round, and instead, it runs from September to June, which is a school calendar here in the Northeast. And that is done very intentionally. After working as a teacher and as a school counselor for 18 years in Jersey, I still see the year through that rhythm. And I know that many moms do as well. So it just makes sense to have the podcast follow that same flow. September feels like a fresh start, not just for kids, but for many moms, families, and for me personally. And then I take July and August off because I too am a busy mom and I love to spend that time with my family and at a slower pace. This past summer, by the way, we did take things particularly slow. My daughter turned 1 in June, and we had an incredible trip to Florida's Epic Universe, which did live up to its name. It was quite epic. And we spent a lot of time at home. Now, if you've ever tried running businesses with a toddler and a tween, you know that that kind of slow still has its moments of pure chaos. That doesn't go away with kids. But it was a very good and slower paced summer. And very excitingly, come September 1st, after 6 years, I've moved into a brand new therapy office. And if you're watching us on YouTube, which by the way, if you didn't know, the videos come out on YouTube. I am recording this still in the summer, so you still see the old office, but come September 1st, we'll be in a brand new space. And stepping into a new space is going to align so nicely with this new season of the podcast. And I'm truly feeling excited and hopeful and ready to create space for a little more calm for me, for you, and in all spaces. Being that we're kicking off the new season, I would love to hear from you. What's been the hardest part of your back to school transition, whether you transitioned in the month of August or whether you're transitioning now in the month of September? Please send me a DM on Instagram at Counselor V De Jesus, and I'll be sharing some responses anonymously on upcoming episodes and on social media because I promise that if you're feeling it, other moms are definitely feeling it too. So let's get into today's topic. Back to school, it can feel exciting, but it can also feel overwhelming all at the same time. It stirs up a lot of emotions. It disrupts routines that we've spent a couple of weeks getting into, and now we're getting out of them. And all of this newness can make it easy to feel like we're falling behind or like we're off balance before things have even started. And that's where my signature mindful living framework comes in, which includes focusing on awareness, on presence, and on intentional action. And it's not about doing more, it's about creating a sense of calm that you can actually feel in your body and in your home. And that's what we're going to be focusing on this season 7 is how to live more intentionally through very practical ways. So I can't wait to take you on this journey. But for today, I did want to provide you with 5 mindful ways that you can move from summer chaos to school year calm. And the first is by releasing the summer guilt. It's really easy sometimes as a mom to feel that you didn't do enough this summer. Maybe that you didn't take enough trips, or you didn't do enough activities, or you didn't have enough magical moments or memories. But mindful living teaches us that presence matters more than perfection. So instead of carrying that guilt into the fall, just reframe it. You did what you could, and that is enough. Let go of the should haves so that you can show up more fully and more present for what's next. The second tip is to start small and not perfect. Back to school season can make us all want to overhaul everything: meal prep, bedtime routines, homework schedules, morning routines. But sometimes all big changes at once can create more stress. So I want you to start small. Pack snacks the night before, wake up just 10 minutes earlier to just breathe, or you can even set one realistic goal for the week. These small intentional steps bring more calm than trying to perfect everything overnight. And just as this is true for you, it's also true for your kids. The third tip is shift the energy of the mornings. Mornings set the tone for the entire day, not just for you, but also for your kids. And when we're rushed and short tempered, everyone feels it, no matter the age. So create grounding cues by maybe playing calm music during breakfast or on the way to school, taking a 1 minute breathing break before heading out, or just maybe doing a short stretch for your kids. And I know you're probably thinking, Vanessa, we barely have time to like get something in our systems for breakfast, but short can be 5 seconds, like touch the sky, touch your toes, let's go. These micro moments of presence help everyone just start the day feeling regulated instead of frazzled, and can make a big, long lasting impact for your kids and for yourselves throughout the day. Tip 4 is to build simple shared routines. Calm isn't just about mindset, it's also about having systems that support you. I want you to ask yourself these questions and then have the conversation with your kids and ask them where would make the most sense for backpacks to go when they walk in through the door. What's the expectation for homework time? When homework is done, where does everything get packed and placed ready for the next day? For yourself, I want you to think of your own routines. When do you review your calendar for the next day? How do you wind down at night to prepare your mind for restful sleep? And where can you carve out at least 5 minutes of time just for you? Routines remove decision fatigues, which can really be overwhelming over the course of time. And it also creates calm in both your home and in your mind. And that is super important. And the last tip for today, the fifth tip, is to practice gratitude as a family ritual. To close the day on a grounded note, you can introduce a simple gratitude practice at dinner or at bedtime. With your kids, you can ask, what's one thing that made you smile today? Or what's one kind thing that you did for somebody else? Or for yourself, you can reflect on, what am I proud for today? What's one moment of joy that I don't want to forget? The more gratitude we see, the more gratitude we will seek and we will find. So, thinking about these small moments really makes a big impact. Gratitude shifts the focus from what went wrong to what's already good, bringing a sense of peace and connection to the end of the day. And if you're listening and thinking, Vanessa, I need more than just tips, I need real support. There are a few different ways that we can work together. For my New Jersey listeners, I offer in person and virtual therapy for kids, teens, young adults, and moms when there is a diagnosis present. And for moms everywhere around the globe, I also offer private one-to-one coaching to help you reduce the overwhelm, reconnect with yourself, and parent with more presence and less pressure. And if you're a school, business, or organization planning back to school events or looking ahead to October's Mental Health Month, my calendar is now open for speaking engagements. And you can find all of the details on this at freetobemindful.com. So I want you to take a moment right now and just take a regular breath in, let it out gently, don't overthink it. Just imagine what tomorrow morning is going to look like. The sun starting to rise, your home quiet before everyone else wakes up, and picture yourself being calm and just being ready to take on the day. And whether it's a far-fetched thought or more of a realistic thought, I want you to just picture your kids waking up peacefully, their backpacks packed from the night before, and maybe them waiting, laughing, echoing in the kitchen instead of fighting with each other. And feel yourself moving through the morning with ease. And then think about what's one feeling that you'd like to carry into this new school year. Maybe it's patience, presence, a little bit more peace, and hold whatever word comes to mind, hold it with you. Breathe it in and exhale any doubt that you have about that word really coming to fruition. And my friends, as you step into this new season, know that you truly have everything you need to create moments of calm, of connection, and of joy, even in the middle of busy and even busy and loud mornings. Take one more deep breath, exhale slowly, and when you're ready, know that you can take this moment with you whenever you need it. Amigas, thank you so much for starting this new season with me. I hope that these mindful tips and today's reflections help you step into this new school year with a little bit more calm and a lot more clarity. And if this episode resonated for you, share it with a friend who could use some back to school breathing room too. And remember, whether you're juggling school drop-offs, late night laundries, or just trying to catch your breath, in a world where you are free to be anything, know that you are always free to be mindful. See you next Monday for our next episode.